Hanukah. What happened in Hanukah? Let's go a little bit over the story. Time for Hanukah was in time from, when was this? Before Matan Torah or after Matan Torah? After Matan Torah, good. When was this? Before, in the second Beis Hamikdash in Egypt? Where was Hanukah? In Egypt? With Bar Sinai? Where?
No, in Jerusalem.
In Jerusalem. As far as we should know, the one miracle, what we know, what's happened in Eretz Yisrael, right? One miracle we know what's happened in Eretz Yisrael, yeah? Baruch Hashem. Again, I didn't hear. Yes, fine, yes. 8:30. 8:30, not sure, yeah.
Give the Rabbi pen.
Your Rebbe doesn't want to come? Is tonight after 7 o'clock. It's good? It's good? All right, it's discussed with your Rebbe after 10 o'clock, it's fine. 10 minutes past 10 or 10 o'clock even exactly is also good. 10 o'clock exactly. The cult of Hanukah, we should know, was only the oneness what's happened at Israel. Pesach was where Mitzrayim.
That's okay.
Sukkot was the Midbar Sinai. Matan Torah was the Midbar Sinai. Purim was where? No? Persia. Oneness was in Eretz Yisrael. Hanukah. He's number one. We should know. One miracle would be really hidden doing the Zeicher is Hanukah. Second, let's go over a little bit what happened. Hanukah was in time from second Beis Hamikdash. The second Beis Hamikdash, after the Eden came back from Bavel, Ezra, Nehemiah, they came to Eretz Yisrael. This was about 250 years before destroying the second Beis Hamikdash. In the Yevanim, so the Greek was a very powerful government, and like usual, this type of governments try very hard what people should take over their religious. I mean, you live in the United States, as everyone thinks everywhere in the world is the same. You live here, you have freedom of religious, right? But until probably 100 years ago, you didn't have something called freedom of religious. Everyone fight about religious. The Christian with the Islam with the Christian, everyone of them is against the Jews. Everyone was trying to chop religious.
Except the Persians.
So
the Persians not.
Look in Megillah Esther, you will see not exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Every fight. I mean, again, they always try to make the fight for an angle of a religious fight. It's about religious. So the easiest is to take the Rebbeinu as the fight. It's easiest, every fight was about religious. The Yevanim came with a certain idea. The Yevanim's idea is only what you see, you believe. Only what you understand, you believe. So, was one time an atheist. He was teaching in a class, and he says, student, the world was created from Bing Bang clock. I see the Bing Bang clock, the world was created from that. I don't believe something else. No, I believe everything what I see. Right? This was the idea from this. one of the students says to the students, "Teacher, you are an idiot." He says, "Why am I an idiot?" He said, "I don't see your brain." What are you an idiot? You understand? But the idea from the Greeks was always what they see, they believe. Things what they understand, they believe. Things what they didn't understand, they didn't believe. And they try to enforce the Jewish people to not so much against the Torah, because against the Bible is probably every religious, they don't keep it, but they believe in it. They will tell you 10 commandments, Torah, they can tell you whatever. They will tell you they don't believe in it. However, they, in very hard way, they try to convince the Jews, and few things will we speak later. One of the things what they did, they tried very hard to stop the work in Beis Hamikdash. So, no korbanos, no Beis Hamikdash, no menorah, no lechem aponim, no kodesh kodashim. The Mishnah brings Mishnah brings down what they made Yud Gimel Pirzois, 13 openings. Openings. They broke the wall, 13 places.
The windows?
The walls, not the windows. The walls. They made. His doors. They made more doors. Shloish esrei pirzois. Why? We get maybe there later about why exactly number 13. But Shloish esrei pirzois they made in the Beis Hamikdash. And they try very hard, like it says in Chazal, the Jews shouldn't keep 3 things. What were the 3 things? Shabbos, Rosh Chodesh, and Mitzvah and Bris Milah. 3 things. When you can't come to somebody, don't keep nothing. Nobody will listen to you. So they told him you can keep, honor your parents, believe in God. This you can keep, but don't keep these 3 things. We'll explain later why was so important these things not to keep: Shabbos and Rosh Chodesh and Mitzvah Milah. It looks to be in that time was also the assimilation in the fear from the Greeks. Was the Jewish people was very took it serious, was only a handful or more from a handful would they decide to go. This is called everyone the Hashmonoi, Ubanov, so was Kohanim, and they went against the Greeks, which happened a miracle. Or it says 13 people or 9 people. Is a machloikis exactly how many people was there, but looks to be not many. They went fight against the Greeks in the winning the war. They came inside after the Greeks destroyed the Beis Hamikdash. They made holes in the wall. They turned everything upside down. It wasn't exactly a mizbeach.
They put idol inside.
Everything what you can say they did. They came inside Beis Hamikdash and they found only a jar of oil. Nothing was there. Everything was upside down. No mizbeach, no menorah, no shulchan, nothing. So they found only a jar of oil. Was signed by who?
Moshe Rabbeinu.
What?
What?
That would be nice.
Moshe Rabbeinu.
Kohen Gadol.
Signed by the Kohen Gadol. We don't know exactly who was the Kohen Gadol then.
Maybe Yaakov Avinu. That's what
We would say Yaakov Avinu, you wouldn't be wrong. But Moshe Rabbeinu has to do with us now at this moment. What signed by the Kohen Gadol. It was sealed by the Kohen Gadol. And this jar of oil instead was holding only for 1 day. Instead, 1 day, they used it for how many days?
8.
8 days. Is Rabbi say, what was the miracle? What do you understand? What was the miracle?
That it didn't burn up in 1 day, and it lasted 8.
Good. But you know, when you speak about the miracles, you're going to school, and we're telling you, what was the miracle there? What was the miracle? No, Moshe Chaim. What is the miracle?
Somebody said.
The war.
Well, first of all, finding it with a seal.
Finding it with a
was
seal,
needed,
fine. I'm telling
and
you,
burning more than it
only in religious school you hear these answers. What you're saying here. In non-religious school they will tell you, Yehuda Maccabi. We are strong. We went to war against a majority of the people and they win the war, right?
A few beat the many.
The few beat the many. Good. And so it's also true.
Right.
So the question is, when was this? When was definitely was 2 miracles. No question.
Right.
One, the minority win the majority, and second is when they came in, they found a jar of oil. Instead to burn in 1 day, it's burned
8.
8 days. The word Chanukah, what's called Chanukah?
Dedication.
Dedication. Good. What do you say? Where it's called Chanukah? Chanu, Chav Hey. They rested in peace. And what day? And Chav Hey, and 25th. Right?
Oh, Hannucah.
Chanu, Chav Hey. They rested in peace. And 25th. Yeah, it's no way.
But on the 25th, they won the war.
Probably. It's called Chanukah. They win the war on 25th.
That's the
Now,
first time I've heard
I
that.
want to come to a certain point here. I didn't tell you school stories. I want to know what date was Hanukah start? When they win the war
24.
and when they found the jar of oil in the light the
24.
candles.
Well, even after they lit, they still were fighting. They were still fighting for a while. The fighting lasted for a long time.
This you say
I mean, it wasn't one battle. It wasn't that they that Matisyahu.
They took the Beit
HaMikdash.
HaMikdash.
A magic thing that everybody got on. They were fighting for years.
So what they won at the end,
They
24th
But
to
not-
25th.
but the
They
thing-
won
I
the
remember
war
reading-
after all these
I remember
wars.
reading a
They
medrash that said
They-
that even after they conquered and they took back Yerushalayim and they got first of all they had to do all the rebuilding and then they had to do the.
You want to say what the light the menorah and the Besamim start to function even in the middle of the war.
Yeah.
Oh, can be. There really is a fundamental question about it, this question. Because must be the win the war before they light the candles, right? This is right. Then when they win the war
24th.
and 24, then why are we making Chanukah on 25th? You start at 24.
You say Hallel.
We should say Hallel at 24. You win the war on 24.
We say
Probably 24 in the morning and the lunchtime they win the war, right? They went immediately to Beis HaMikdash, they light the menorah, they found the oil, they light the menorah, right? But it was a part of the miracle 24. You don't understand this way?
Maybe they won the war on the 25th.
25th. Then when they light the menorah?
25th?
No. The menorah is always lightening in the afternoon, in the evening.
So that's the next day.
And then Chanukah is next day.
You see?
I want to tell you. This kasha was a great Rav in Yerushalayim, the Heilige Pri Chodesh. He's dealing with this question. And the question is going under another direction. They found the jar of oil. The jar of oil can bear how long time?
8 days.
What? How long time can bear in the jar of oil?
1 day.
1 day.
So 7 days.
And it's happened a miracle. What was the miracle?
7 days.
No, what?
8
Third
days.
day.
8 days. Then not 8 days miracle. It was 1 day wasn't a miracle.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
So 1 day was for the war, one was 7 days for the.
1 day Hanukah is for the war.
He got it.
And 7 days is for the miracle of the oil. This is one opinion. Just to know what you're doing. What you say, it's simple, no way.
Many opinions.
And 1 day is for the war.
Only one right
The
one.
last 7 days is for the nest from the shaman. Or, very interesting. Tehillim, David HaMelech divided Tehillim
30 days.
for 30 days. Right? 30 days. People are saying Tehillim, every day saying a bit Tehillim. And look at Tehillim, what's in 24?
Hallel.
Hallel is 24. Erev Chanukah, you say also Hallel. Erev Chanukah was also a miracle, and a miracle from the war. Was Erev Chanukah. Yeah, bring me a Gemara Shabbos my table. A Gemara Shabbos on my table. There's a Gemara Shabbos, the blue one, the blue A. Let's go a little bit to understand. We go to light in Mitzvah Shem, Chanukah, Sunday afternoon. People coming together.
It's Nida and Kiddushin.
No Shabbos
Shabbos,
A. Shabbos A there? Shabbos A no? Then don't bring it. Don't bring it. Let's go a little bit further. We says what Chanukah, actually the miracle was only 7 days. Why Chanukah is 8 days, right? Yeah, remember the question?
One's for the war and the other for the oil.
Oh, I mean,
No, but even on the oil, you have to understand.
well,
That
there's
was
a,
7.
well, there's a safer mail. Was it mail?
Right,
I mean, there's hundreds of
Hundreds of answers of this. I give you one answer. An easy one. This question didn't come out today. It's thousands of answers to this question. But the easy one to understand. We says just a few minutes ago, we says the Greeks came with 3 ideas. Don't keep Shabbos, don't keep Bris Milah, and don't keep Rosh Chodesh, right?
Right.
Chanukah is always at least 1 Shabbos. Yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Sure. 'cause
Sometimes 2,
Right.
but at
Right.
least 1 Shabbos.
Yeah, yeah.
We start on Shabbos, yeah. Me too.
Three miracles during the Hanukkah. First, what you said about the only one or two Shabbos. Second,
Yeah.
second or third.
Is always Chanukah, you have Rosh Chodesh.
Second.
If Chanukah would be only 7 days,
Might not
no,
Might not have Shabbos.
that is no sign, no hint about the mitzvah of Bris Milah.
Oh,
So 8 days.
that's a good one.
That's a very
Is therefore Chanukah is 8 days. You see what the Rebbeinu Shalom, we got back the Shabbos, we got back the Rosh Chodesh, in 8 days, we got back the Bris Milah. Simple answer. Is therefore maybe Chanukah is 8 days, not 7 days. When they start to make the Chanukah, when they start the Chanukah, immediately after the war, they win the war, they light the menorah, this on the 25th, and then later it was 8 days holiday.
Not so
Wasn't
quick.
that a year later?
What?
Wasn't that a year later they made the
They got the bow. The Gemara, Leshana Acheres, a year later, Kavum ve'asum yamim tovim. They made it. What's Kvias? Kvias is established, and they made it a yomtov b'al v'dor. Took him a year to establish their Hanukah.
Why so long?
It's not so long.
A year?
Year.
A year? Is according the answer here was very good. Why a year? Because they still went to a war. Still, the war was
Continue.
Was
was
cooking.
continuing. So it therefore took him a year. Fight out everyone, every island,
Well-
and every.
Well, they couldn't. Well, even so, they couldn't establish Hanukkah until the same time the following year. So always, of course, it had to take a year.
Why they didn't sit the middle of the year
Yeah.
and decide Chanukah is in that day?
You don't find this by Purim. You don't find it by other, like Purim. You don't find.
Why Leshana? The Gemara Leshana
Doesn't say
Acheres
other.
Kavum
Oh, Kavum. Okay.
Kavum, right? The Gemara is Kavum.
Ah.
In V'asir Yamim Tovim B'al Voidor.
What's
tell you.
Kavum?
I remember
Kavum.
I was a yeshiva bocher at that time already. Started yeshiva, and it was the 6-day war. Israel was 6-day war. The 6-day war was about 22, 23 years after the Holocaust. In 1967. 1967 was about 22, 23 years after the Holocaust. And you know, if even you, maybe you know the story, how it started already. A month beforehand, not only the Jews in Israel were shaking, the all Jews around the world, everyone shaked. What would happen? Just 22 years after the Holocaust. What would this? Many people become religious. Many people start to do whatever possible to do because people was
Kavum.
afraid. They was afraid, they were shaking. The words. Then came the war, was a 6-day war. Doesn't matter who was the leaders in the war, they also was fighting between them inside the government. But however, after was a big, we are stronger, they are weaker, we are more smart, the Arabic people are not so smart, we have better ammunition, they don't have so good ammunition. They told you stories why the Jewish people win. And
Because they forgot about God.
forget about God, and they forget everything what they shake like a lulav beforehand. So, and they forget also what they did before, and people start to daven and to put tefillin and to keep Shabbos. They forget everything. The Ribono Shel Olam, when it makes somebody a hardship, right, is not because the Ribono Shel Olam want to make him hardship. So the Ribono Shel Olam can give for people good. The Ribono Shel Olam just wants to give him a reminder. So and the guy takes it serious. They start to daven, to learn, and they start to make a bracha loud. And he davens, he gives tzedakah, he takes care about his neighbors. This is how it goes. This life goes. Things are going by. If we're going back to the old, what was beforehand, the Revolution doesn't bring it. We should go back to the old story. The Revolution made it. We should make not a change, right? And the change should stay. If it doesn't stay the change, there is no value for the hardship. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah? There's no over there for the hardship. So, if people change and they establish the change, in the following the change, in the doing later the change, then it's a big holiday. Right? The same was also time for the Greeks. The revolution made a miracle. Win the war. I think it's many majority. They found the oil, right? Probably in that time was the war. People was afraid. What was it? What will happen? So this. People tried. I will do maybe this better, maybe that better. Who knows? If think of the war is going out of the war, people they are become still the same like was before the war. Gar nicht wert. It's nothing. Says the Gemara, Leshono acheres kavum. What's kavum in English?
Established.
They established
A decree.
everything. No, not a decree.
No, a decree.
Kavum, they established everything what they took upon themselves to keep Shabbos, to put tefillin, to do mitzvahs, to do good things, chesed, helping each other. And kavum, they established. Then they make a yomtov. Then you do a yomtov. If you not establish it, only when people are afraid, they're doing things, right? But not establish it inside. Then the old yomtov is only latkes and sufganiyot. No words. We talk about kavum v'asum, establishment
The mitzvahs.
Yeah, establish the mitzvahs.
It's not a good word, established, because
That's a good
this
word.
mitzvah was before. Hashem gave us
No,
before.
but they
To
take
keep
it
the
themselves. They establish in themselves the mitzvahs.
Like a neder.
This.
Better.
And really, the Hanukah, the word Hanukah is somebody says dedication. What's you say before? What's Hanukah? You said before in Hanukah. You says it.
Hanukah Tabayit.
Hanukah
Dedication.
dedication for what?
The temple.
Dedication.
Temple was
It's-
this time,
What's what?
second temple.
The second Beis Hamikdash was dedication, because they need to build and the Yom Mizbeach, because the Gemara says they destroyed actually the Mizbeach. They built and the Yom Mizbeach, and therefore the words. We're saying about davening, everyone will say it. Probably Shachris, Minche, Ma'ariv, and we say when after you eating a bichas hamazon, a benching alanisim, alanisim. It says balanisim, Shamdu Malchus Yavan Rasha. The Greek, the evil king, the Greek was standing, Al Amcha Yisrael, Lashkicham Torah Secha. You should forget the Torah, right? How you can make it Lashkicham Torah Secha? How you can make it? What you doing? Somebody, I remember I was in one time in the shul in Machzik Torah. It's years going by, and I was learning with a boy, Eile Metzias. Came in. It's going to be the story nearly 30 years ago. When
You still remember?
I remember the story. When I tell you the story, I was there with the boy, Eile Metzias. Came in a Russian Yid. We came from Russia. And he was standing, I never saw him before, and later I saw many times, used to go. He was standing there, and I was learning, and then he screams out, Dus! 70 Jahre zurück habe ich gelernt. 70 years ago I learned it. He was a young boy in Russia, and he was learning this mission Eile Metzias. You can't make for people, they forget what they learn. You can't make it. So, what does mean the Yevanim want lashkicham Torah? How you make people should forget the Torah? What you doing? The answer is, the Yevanim says, the elderly people should still continue to go to the army. They can go. You can't. Only the children. Close down the Jewish day schools. Close down the cheders. If you close it down, probably in 20 and 30 years, it's gone. Hanukah is, you say, dedication, right? It's the dedication of Hamikdash, dedication of the Mizbeach. But Hanukah is also the yomtov of chinoch. What's chinoch? What's chinoch in English? Education. Education. The yomtov from education. Who the Yevanim want to stop education. Stop Jewish education. Well, this is Lashkicham Teirosecha, and it's a finish. If no education, then we are bankruptcy. So a generation comes, generation goes, and like it was a prime minister in Israel in 1948. At that time was only in Israel 400 yeshiva bochers. 400 yeshiva bochers was not much. It was a big debate if the bochers should go in the army or shouldn't go in the army.
Still the same question now.
I say the same question now. He says they shouldn't go to the army. They shouldn't go to the army. 400 bochers in 10 years is gone. It's over. What are you fighting? That's what he says. In 10 years, they're disappearing. He wasn't right. Because in 70 years, from that time when he says it until today, from this 400 become really 100,000. Because our Judaism is not mathematics. It's not equal mathematics. I mean, we're standing now 75 years, less than after the Holocaust. Is no sense in a mathematical way where the Jewish people should have so much after a third of the nation was killed. People came back with nothing. With nothing. And psychologically, people shouldn't even build up families. People came back, start from again, built families, went to fight here and to fight there, until we look at today. Is therefore the Yevanim's idea was Lashkicham Teirosechov, to forget the Torah. By who? Not by the elderly people. Elderly people, as it says like in Russia, they should go to shul. Right? The young people. Give me the young people. The elderly people, they can. This was the Yevanim's idea. Is Chanukah is not only the yomtov from dedication in Beis Hamikdash, is dedication from children. Chinoch. The yomtov from chinoch. Now, where you light the Hanukah candle, everyone knows, and every home, right? Every home, near the window or the table, it doesn't matter what's the way it is, near the door, you light the Hanukah candle. Where was actually the miracle? And you light also in shul. Between Mincha and Ma'ariv, light in shul. In shul you light also in the morning. No bracha, but you light in shul. Where was the miracle of Hanukah?
Jerusalem.
In Jerusalem, where? In Beis
Hamikdash.
Hamikdash. Then wouldn't it be enough if you light Hanukah candle in shul? The shul is also a mikdash. Mikdash, what's a shul is? Mikdash me'at. It's a mikdash me'at. And why you have to be so strict and to light every home to light Hanukah candle? Would be enough. The miracle was in Beis Hamikdash, right? Light in shul. Shul is Beis Hamikdash. But looks to be, Rabbi Sayidin, every Jewish home is a Beis Hamikdash. The shul is only a mikdash me'at, small bes mikdash, because nobody in nighttime is in shul. Many shuls are closing down 9:30 in the morning, and until mincha is nobody there. Many shuls after 9 o'clock closing down. So Jewish home, 24 hours. You make a bocher, you put mezuzah, you learn with your children, you're looking kashrus, eating kosher. So it's a 24/7 Beis Hamikdash. A shul is only few hours. So however, a home, Moshe Chaim, 24 shul, 24 hours, keeping Shabbos, keeping yomtov, everything. Is a shul, is a mikdash me'at. A home is a Beis Hamikdash. Beis Hamikdash. According to Gemara, you light the menorah by the door, right?
Doorpost.
Doorpost, yeah. The mezuzah is on the right side. The ner Hanukah is on the left side. And the owner has tzitzis. He stays in the middle. He has mezuzah, tzitzis, and menorah. If you can't light by the door, you light by the window, right? Light by the window. People outside should see and remember the miracle of the Nes, right? It's a little bit hard to understand. You can go in this street, you see 100 menorahs. Is how many times you have to remember the Nes, the miracle? It's no mitzvah to hang matzah at home. But also matzahs. Yes, mitzvah. There's no window matzahs. The menorah definitely was a miracle, but maybe is not only for the miracle. What was the idea from the Greeks? The idea for the Greeks was things what you understand, do it. Things you don't understand, don't do it. You understand how the candle can bear and stay from 1 day, 8 days? You understand? No. No. But you do it, even you don't understand. You say, for the Greeks, hey, gentlemen, we believe in things what we don't understand either. Right? This way we put on the window, on the door. And this house, we believe in things what we understand and we don't understand. And this is a sign for everybody. So it doesn't matter. We believe in things what we don't understand. We also keep it. We also do it. It's like a sign. A sign. This is a special home. In this home, we keep what things we understand, what we don't understand. You know, when a mother asks a boy, do this. Mommy explain to me why. Do it, and later I will tell you. Right? So first do it. This is Hanukah menorah also. First do it. We don't, a nation, we ask question why. So first we nase, and later nishma. And therefore we light the Hanukah candle outside. It's not because only the miracles. No, the lighting outside, we are a nation from first we do it, even we understand. Not that the Greeks only they understand the doing. So even we understand, we're still doing it. Another thing is why we do it like the menorah outside. Who was the last Greek that you know about him? Who was the last Greek?
Nobody knows.
Maybe you know a Greek in the world?
You mean living now?
Yes.
Living, I don't remember, but probably
You don't remember?
in the newspaper it would have been. They would have had the name of the current, whoever the current prime minister is.
Papadopoulos.
what's
Double.
Oh wait, Aristotle Onassis.
Aristotle was.
Because he was always in the newspaper.
good.
Nobody knows.
The Panovich Rav visited, probably this was in 1949.
So,
After the war, he visited Italy. With a doctor from Switzerland, took him with a car, with a tour, and he took him to the gate where Titus, you know the name Titus?
Titus, yeah.
He came back after he destroyed the Beis Hamikdash, and he made a special gate. You heard about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Ark of Titus.
Yes, special gate. Panovich was standing there, looking and looking and looking. He gave a smile. He went back in the car. This Dr. Rothschild is a very famous guy. He built a big hospital in Bnei Brak. As the Panovich Rav, I took many people here to here. Everyone standing there, crying a little bit, looking. And why? He stayed there, he smiled, and he went back to the car. What was he smiling? He says, listen, he says, who is Titus' grand-grandson? If Titus wouldn't written history book, nobody would know about him even. Right? Look, the Jewish nation. After so many years, so much suffering, we still survived. This is the light in Hanukah by the window. Where are the Greeks? Show me them. It's nowhere. Where they are? Nobody knows even where it is. Am Yisrael, Chai v'Kayam. Kol Tov.
Hatzachar Baruch.